Good morning, everybody. Alright, so I'm doing a couple of FS11 videos just because, frankly, um, I had no friggin' clue. I was as confused as anybody. If you look down here, if you press I, that gets you this little iPad tablet thing in your corner. Manure storage is the fourth up. Liquid storage is the next one up. Alright, so we're going to go and try to load a trailer full of poo. So if you go back here to trailers, you have a couple options. Manure spreader right there. You have a little shitty manure spreader. Yes. And you have the one that... There's another one and a big red one. For Dragon. What the hell, Bubby? I lost my big red wagon. I have the big red wagon. Where is the big red wagon? There's the big red wagon. So, let's walk on over to the big red wagon and go find him. I could tab in, but I've got like 60 something. Tab switches you between every vehicle, not trailer, vehicle that you have. There she is. I can see her. Like I've said in other videos, I'm on easy mode. Things probably changed substantially with hard mode, but being that nobody made videos really to speak of, and nobody really to explain things to me as I go, I kind of had to just figure it out myself. Frankly, I buy one vehicle for every trailer that I have, so I don't have to keep hooking and unhooking. Got 66 million credits. Do windmills. That's another video. Anyway, so when you're on a field that hasn't been... I mean, you can kind of see the color of the ground, right? So then you turn your manure spreader on, that's P, and you'll see a discoloration in the ground to indicate to you that you are actually spreading manure. And it's maybe not so apparent with the grass on the field, but on a field that has been just plowed, it is very obvious that there is a color change and that you are actually spreading, and you can actually see your grid patterns. I basically didn't prepare this. I was just going to show you how to load this bad boy, but it was already loaded, so that's my bad. That's on me. You don't even have to be on the field. I've literally ran this thing down the road just to get rid of the poo. I've got 12 cows, and they make so much poo and so much slurry every day. The only thing that I've really found out so far that responds to manure fertilizer is wheat, but I suspect that barley does too. Corn and canola don't respond to poo or slurry. Your organic fertilizers, if you will. Your, well, that's another video. Canola doesn't respond to your chemical fertilizers either. I have found no way to double my yield on canola. I have found no way to double my yield. Doesn't matter if you fertilize before, fertilize after, fertilize during growth. what you use. There's slurry, there's poo, there's pellet fertilizer, and there's spray fertilizer. Anyway, come on. Turn off spreader. Realize we have a little extra in there, but so be it. I'll just dump it on the ground. Doesn't matter. It only takes, frankly, only takes this guy about a bucket and a half, and you are loaded. Loaded for bear. J is up. N is down. K curls it. M rolls it back in. You can, of course, do this with other. You can do this with the tractor. You can do this with the boom truck. But frankly, this is the all-around tool. This is the tool. This is the tool I wish I bought way earlier in the game. This is the tool I should have bought day 1, not day 40, right? This is an amazing tool. Anyway, don't get too hung up about it's got to be perfect and down. Nah, it doesn't. Frankly, you can skim the top and it counts, right? This isn't reality. Whoever programmed this may or may not have ever driven an actual loader. I have gotten hung up in there trying to run it like a real loader, where you're kind of low to the ground, and when you're into the load, you curl your bucket. Nah, forget about all that. Now, let's say that you're in the bottom right corner where it's yellow. Let's say that that showed 0, and you go running into that manure, but you have that golden poo up in there, right? It's not going to let you get another bucket, even though it says 0. And that threw me for a minute. I was like, what the hell? It says 0. Why can't I? Just roll it until you see a dust. And you'll see it here in a second. See that dust? Curl it back. Confirm that you don't see the gold as you do in the lower right corner. You see the perfectly empty bucket. Run your bucket down. Boom. Get your next load. Not a problem. It's fairly good. Anyway, that has been basically your poo fertilizer, your manure, your cow manure tutorial. Yeah. All right. This has been, as always, Gunmetal Engineer.